Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? You guys see Gary Gensler get absolutely roasted today? We're gonna watch that today. That was hilarious, man. Absolutely hilarious. Gary Gensler got absolutely sent to the shadow realm today. It was crazy, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We got my Celtics playing at 7 o'clock today. It's 7 o'clock right now. It's painful. It's painful. The Celtics are on. I'm streaming, but you know what it is? Crypto is life, you know? Celtics can wait. I can watch the second half. You know what I mean? What's going on, everybody? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Who we got in here? We got Drew. He said, if you play Finger Jordan, permaban. We're not playing Fingers. We're not playing, even though I like the song. I like the Fingers song. You know, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, though, right? To be completely honest, you know, we're not playing Fingers until we get a lower low on a higher time frame, right? We haven't seen no lower low on a higher time frame in quite a bit, right? So we will not play Fingers, all right? Holy shit. Let's see. Gary claiming the Shadow Realm was a security. Gary got absolutely sent back to the Shadow Realm. Gary got fried today. It was embarrassing. He got embarrassed in front of thousands of people today. You see his fingers, his hands were shaking like this. He was going absolutely nuts. The guys were attacking him, saying, we're coming after your job. I'm coming after you. And he's like, he's on the charts going, he's absolutely crazy. How's everyone doing today, though? How's everyone doing? Okay, another good day. Multiple altcoins up 10%. You know, a lot of the ones we've been talking about doing fantastic. So it was another fantastic day today in crypto land. So, you know, Bitcoin up at resistance again. Now, you know, as always, guys, if, you know, I'll state this right away. If you're trying to hedge, okay, if you are the type that likes to hedge short as Bitcoin comes up to resistance, this is an interesting area at 30,500 that would be an interesting short position, right? So if you're looking to hedge, okay, you guys know I'm mostly, you guys know this is the accumulation year for me until 2024, as it is the halving next year, okay? I think the biggest mistake in this market is is kind of getting out of the market before the halving. It's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Someone who's been here through 2 cycles, I can tell you that. Getting out before the halving is not the way to go, but hey, everyone's got a different approach and a different strategy, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, we're at resistance. So just keep that in mind. But I'm hoping that we smash it today. All right. I'm hoping that we smash it. But let's be cautious as we are right at resistance. All right, my friends. Who we got? We got Ripple is ripping. Ripple is absolutely, what are they, ripping a fart? That's about the only thing I see. That's the only thing I see. Strap up, guys. We're going to the moon. I hope so, man. That would be nice. That would be super, super nice. I hope we go to the moon. Like I said, the Celtics are on it right now. They're playing the Hawks, though, right? If they were in the finals right now, I'd be watching that shit. The Celtics are playing the Hawks, though. Sorry if you're from Atlanta, but I'm not afraid of the Hawks at all. The Hawks are blow. The Hawks are horrible. They're probably the worst team in the playoffs. I would argue they're the worst team in the playoffs. No offense to the Hawks, but we got a nice, easy first round matchup, if you know what I'm saying, guys. When Franco bet me, Drew, what's going on, bro? He said, I joined crypto in 2019. That was a great time, man. I would compare 2019 to this year as far as the great timing to get into crypto, in my opinion, and not in 2021 or, you know, after the halving, right? The year after the halving is when you don't want to get into crypto. You know what I'm saying? Sixers going to destroy Boston. Mike, that's a good one. That's a good one. You think that's funny? I love that we're playing Philly and I get to talk shit to Mike in the next round. I love that we're playing Philly. Let's go, bro. Celtics in 3. They're not even going to make it to 4 games. They're going to get freaking swept in 3 games. Holy shit. All right, anyways, guys. Like we said, Bitcoin's at resistance, so, like, obviously keep it in mind. If we dump back down, all the bears are going to go, oh, my God, it's over again. It's over. It's over. Every resistance, it's over, right? At every resistance, it's like, I'm selling everything. Somehow we sell everything at every resistance. Somehow. But, you know, we do is what it is. But we are right at resistance. If we zoom in, this level right here is the Monday open right here. So I kind of want to see Bitcoin hold this, at least in the short term. Is this Monday open? If we actually get a close below the Monday open, I think it's a good chance that we could once again come back down and kind of continue just this roller coaster ride on the short-term time frames, which, you know, we know that's been the recipe for Bitcoin. It's been big moves and then sharp sideways. You get the bears and bulls fighting while it's going sideways, and then it's tend to be breaking to the upside recently. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It's a big range, right? These are the range highs. These are the range lows. You deviate the high, you come to the low. You deviate the low, you come to the high. Now we're at the high again, right? So just keep that in mind before we get some type of something that happened that's going to push us to the upside or downside, right? Wake them up, said Judge. Let's wake them up, bro. Let's wake everyone up right now. Who we want to wake up? Wes said, please no Cody, TA Cody today because Osama spams. Clown. What are people spamming Cody on something? I don't know. But guys, I think what we need to do here is before we get super started today, I think we need to wake up Asia right away because I think it's the day we need to wake up Asia. I don't know. I feel like waking up Asia today and being kind of nice. Hold up. Let's wake up Asia here. Let's get Asia awake. Wait, what is this? This item has been removed from our library? What the? No, you can't remove that from the library. Okay, no, Asia's good. All right, guys, let's wake up Asia. Let's get a little hype in the chat and let's wake up Asia today. Let's go, man. Let's go. We need to wake them up because tomorrow's Wednesday. Come on, man. Well, it's Wednesday where they are. Let's wake them up nice and early. Let me see the sushis in the chat. Give me the sushis. Give me the sushis right now. All right, we need to hold this Monday open. If we want to continue up here, we want to hold this Monday open, bro. All right? Come on. Give me the sushis, boy. Give me the sushis. There it is. I see the sushi. Mike's in here, Gen X. Gonna go wake up my mute button is what I'm... John's gonna wake up his mute button. That was one of the best jokes I heard in a while, John. That was really, really good, man. That came out of nowhere. Gonna wake up that mute button. That's great, dude. That's absolutely fantastic. DJ Flexo, what's going on, man? He said Theta Gungo Moon. Theta's having a good day today, yeah. Just be careful with alts, guys. As always, when we have fun, okay, and I want to make this clear, guys, because everyone has a misconception of this and that. When we have fun, we're celebrating because we bought at support way lower, okay? Not because we're like, oh my God, we're trying to FOMO into altcoins now, okay? It's a big distinction, you know? Everyone's like, oh my God, what a moon boy, he's FOMOing in. No, it's because I bought low at support. That's why I'm just chilling. These bears get so upset. You're like, oh my God, we're dumping. I gotta get out of here. It's like, I go to the daily, and the best thing about Bitcoin on the daily today is, you know, what I want to see today. It would be a nice little bullish engulfing candle on the daily, but it's really going to come down to holding this Monday open, right? Which obviously would be the case that we would get a bullish engulfing, right? As if Bitcoin can hold this Monday open, which is at 30,321. And you can see right now we are just barely trying to engulf yesterday's candle, right? So that big dump we had yesterday where the bears were like, oh my God, it's over. We're never coming back. Well, just in today's candle, it doesn't really look that crazy, but it was about a 6% move from wick to wick here. And we are just barely engulfing that candle from yesterday. It would be pretty nice to engulf that dump yesterday after, it was just constantly everyone saying it's over. And this is why you don't get bearish off one daily red candle, my friends. It's crazy to me. When I consistently see that narrative of it's over every single time you get one red candle. It's crazy, man. So zoom out, look at the weekly, look at the monthly. There is nothing bearish on the high time frames. I'll continue to say that. It's like it's constantly the same narrative. So let's see if we can get a bullish engulfing on the daily here with 50 minutes left to go. We got 50 minutes left to go, bro. Let's go. ETH coming home. Yeah, good luck. I think because you want ETH to go home, right? You definitely want ETH to come home. It's a delicious water, my friends. Bailout said, I ordered pizza. Bro, here's what I'll say about this. Okay? I love pizza, right? You guys got to stop teasing with pizza. You guys keep telling me every single day, I'm getting pizza. You guys make me want pizza every single time you guys say that, all right? Now, I haven't had pizza. Actually, that's not true. I had pizza the other day. But now you guys make me want some pizza. Who said that? Bailout said that. Now I want pizza, bro. But I'm not going to get it today because I already had halal and I'm only allowed to have one thing per day. That's it. John said, I'm on keto. Now I don't need to eat anymore. Yeah, I did that for a little bit. I can do that though. The keto diet's not bad because I like to eat meat, right? Don't make any jokes. I like to eat meat. There you go. You can put it on the screen here, and you can capture it if you want. I like to eat meat, guys. What man doesn't like to eat meat? I'm not gonna make any more jokes here because, you get canceled in 2023 for saying you like to eat meat. But even though if you actually do, but yeah, keto diet's not bad. Mike said diets suck. Eat wings. Yeah, I would agree. Diets do freaking suck, but sometimes you need them. Like when you start getting the massive tits where they start, you guys know what I mean. When you start getting the massive tits where like you start to get like kind of sweat underneath the tits, right? And it gets a little like sometimes like you'll basically take your tit and you'll kind of put your finger below it and you'll kind of like maybe you'll lick it a little bit to make sure if it's salty. If you start getting the sweat underneath the tit, right, or you guys know how it is when you roll it on your side and your tits and your tits kind of like squish together. You need to go on a little bit of keto diet. You guys know what I'm saying. Like you don't want you don't want the tits to be kind of doing their thing when you're on your side on the bed. You guys know what I mean. All right, so like I said, daily time frame. Some interesting stuff here too. We did a bearish divergence on the daily, right? It's kind of still there. We kind of had these lower lows or the lower highs on the daily RSI and higher highs in price action. I never licked my titty sweat. Oh, come on. You guys are a liar. You know what? I think when Because I want to see if it's salty.
What else would it be?
I don't know. Maybe savory. Maybe one day it's savory. I don't know. Yeah. Guys, I hate when people... Everyone does something gross, okay? Everyone... Someone said that's milk.
Jordan,
It's not milk.
Slice of pizza.
All right.
Slice of pizza. Slice of pizza.
Here comes Franco, man.
Slice of pizza.
I'm trying to talk about the
Slice
charts,
of
and Franco
pizza.
comes in with slice of pizza.
Slice of pizza. Slice of pizza. Slice of pizza. Slice of pizza. Slice of pizza.
Now Moon. All right. But no, you guys got... No, let's get back to the target here. You got higher highs and lower highs on the daily RSI. So you still have a little bit of bearish divergence. How can Bitcoin break this bearish divergence? Well, let's start with a daily bullish engulfing candle today. All right. And then what we need to do, though, is we need to get this daily RSI to make a higher high. Okay. Which is going to take a little bit of work. Basically, we need this to get back above, I guess... you could make the argument though, right? You could make the argument that this dip was that played out. I wouldn't make that argument though. It wasn't much enough of a dip. Well, we need this daily RSI to basically get back above like 72, which, would take a pretty sizable move up at this point, right? So just keep that in mind. But, my take is the daily, we're just in a big range. Like this was a big range back in 2022, right? These range lows at 28,400, and then the range highs at 31,700 from all the way back here in 2022. Basically, we're just in that range. So, like, to me, it's okay. As long as we're above 28.4, I mean, you're just basically at above the range lows, and as long as you're below 31,800, you're below the range highs, right? So you're kind of in no man's land at the moment. Just keep in mind there is a little bit daily bearish divergence. So, keep that in mind. And as always, as prices move up, it's never a bad time to take some profits. As we've been saying at every single resistance, it depends on your mindset, right? Are you in this for the halving next year, or are you trying to trade the market and sell and buy back lower? I will say a lot of people try to do that, and that bites them in the ass, right? Because basically, if you sell Bitcoin now, you're basically betting on Bitcoin making at least a 30% dump because of taxes. I mean... You do you, right? It is what it is. To me, it's always a good time to take profits on alts. To me, it's like my Bitcoin and my Ethereum. I'm pretty confident in holding those until next year. If they dump back down to the mid 20Ks, whatever, man. I mean, it is what it is. I've been through bigger drawdowns in the past, right? So just keep that in mind in the daily time frame here. Polino said F, if this is not bullish. If this is not bullish. Oh, man. But yeah, you go back to the... Like, all right, guys, I'll continue to say this, man. It's like... I'm going to continue to say this. It blows my mind every day, right? Maybe this changes at some point, but if you go to the monthly time frame, man, the monthly still looks freaking fantastic, right? We're above all these wick lows from all the way back in 2021. If you look at the monthly, there really ain't anything there, right? So this kind of continues my point as, okay, you can dump on the short-term time frames, whatever, man. It's whatever, right? I mean, are we going to panic over every 1 hour chart? It's like, oh my God, the 1 hour has bearish divergence. Oh my God, the 1 hour is bearish divergence. That means Bitcoin's going back to 20K. Oh my God, the 1 hour bearish divergence. 20K incoming. Never mind, 10K.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
Right? When in doubt, as I always like to say, when in doubt, zoom out. Monthly candle above the 2021 lows. There really isn't anything there until at least like 33K is technically the next resistance on the monthly time frame, right? So keep that in mind. You're just getting the monthly MACD flipping over next month. It's going to flip over. It doesn't really matter where you close at this point. It's going to flip here. So keep that in mind, guys, when we're sort of panicking over the short-term time frames. Obviously, the short-term time frames can bleed into the bigger time frames, but that really hasn't happened yet. So why are we going to, sort of get all up in arms over that, right? Weekly, same thing, right? Weekly, I mean, same kind of deal. I mean, every week. I feel like it's every week,
Jordan,
bro.
how high do you think XRP will go this bull run? And please check fee for me, bro.
Let's see. Jordan, do the Canadian banker. There you go.
Basically, Bitcoin is clearly a scam. Cryptocurrency is clearly an idiot with no common sense. And scientifically speaking, according to a study at the Bank of Canada, more people who are financially illiterate invest in Bitcoin.
Facts. But yeah, I mean, every week it's like Bitcoin's done, Bitcoin's done, Bitcoin's done. The weekly time frame, it's kind of the same thing. It's still a long week though, right? So keep that in mind. But the weekly, yeah, I mean, we're back above the weekly lows from 2021. We're back above the May 2022 lows, right? And now the weekly is kind of back into this old range, right? So just keep that in mind, right? Guys, I'm more of a big picture outlook. I'm not in this market for a 40% gain. I don't think anyone in this market is in this market for a 40% gain. And that's like you're just a full-time trader. I don't think most people are in crypto for a 40% gain, man. You know, so it's like, because let's be honest, most people that were buying down here, right? If we want to keep it 100, most peeps weren't buying here. Most peeps that are bullish now probably bought somewhere in this range, right? My take is, you know, for me, right? I don't really care about short-term time frames. You know, I'm not in this market for a 40% gain. I'm okay with drawdown. This is my strategy, though, because I'm just going off based what Bitcoin's done in the past, which is 1 year of bear markets, retrace to the retracement levels, pull back to the 50 moving averages, and then we go back up to the upside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. We're here for the tech. Thank you, Drew. Yes, we are here for the tech. Exactly, bro. We're here for the tech. Apparently, I'm the financially illiterate. That is true. But yeah, so that's the way I'm looking at it, guys. I explained this on my other channel today. I've explained this a million times. Like, you guys are probably sick of me explaining the same damn thing. But this is what I'm following, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. To me, Bitcoin's on like a clock, and it tends to just behave in similar ways each time, right? And, you know, we can try to fight that and say, but my macro. Why is Bitcoin pumping? The macro's bad. And a lot of people got absolutely screwed because they listened to all these other guys, right, talking about how bad the macro is for the last 10 months. And, you know, they got left in the dust because they were listening to how bad the macro was, right? But I'll continue to say that, you know, if we just go based off of what Bitcoin's always done, you know, however you want to draw this up, right? However you want to draw this up, right? If you want to take it from the highs, you want to take it from the lows, whatever you want to do, right? We're exactly where we should be, you know? So, I don't even feel the need I need to do this anymore. You guys all know this shit. You guys have been listening for the past, the whole damn bear market, right? So let's just, I mean, you got to make your own decision on this. What's Bitcoin doing, by the way? Bitcoin is literally chilling right at the Monday high, or the Monday open, literally right there, man. This is a point in the short term where we want to see Bitcoin hold. If we do break this, we probably do get a little bit more of a move down from this point, because then you're going to kind of have a more structured little M formation forming here at the highs, and you could visit these 29,800 levels down here. You know, Lieutenant Dan Dangle, shout out to Lieutenant Dan Dangle, man. I love listen, you know, every time Dan, I gotta ask you, what are you dangling? You know, I always ask you that. Are you walking around dangling your balls like Vitalik is his giant freaking pecker here through his pants? Is that what you're doing, Lieutenant Dan Dangle? I always wanted to ask you this. Your name is Dan Dangle. What the hell are you dangling? You got to be dangling some massive, massive balls, my man. You really got to be doing it. Or you got to be dangling that big, big pecker like Vitalik. You know what I'm saying, bro? You got to be dangling it, bro. Excuse me. Bitcoin's trolling. It is. It's trolling right now. It's holding right here, and you don't really know if it's going to sort of do, you know, if it's going to come back up or if it's going to drop black below this Monday open. It really comes down to what happens right here, right? So we're going to keep an eye on that here. Place my stop loss so I can watch the Jordan show. Shout out to Wayne. Wayne, you trade? I know you're trading ETH, man. I know you're trading ETH. Usamain said, thanks for this live. Shout out to Usamain Diallo. I love that last name Diallo, bro. I love the last name Diallo. You ever seen Reno 911? Bro, I am so bad with movies and shows. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen Reno 911, man. You know, I am so bad with movies and shows. Like, I know the weirdest shit, and then you can ask me, like, the most obvious movie. I'm like, I have never seen it. You know, and everyone's like, Jordan, are you even pay attention to pop culture? And my answer is no. I don't pay attention to pop culture at all. To be quite frank. To be quite frank, guys. All right, so, yeah, I think I ran enough about BTC here today, guys. I think, you know, once again, it's kind of that market where we you know, we come up, we go sideways, right? We come up, we go sideways, come up, go sideways. You know, obviously there's moves down in here. We come up, we go sideways, come up, we go sideways. You know, so let's see how this works out. There's interesting points, right? There's a little bit of bearish div on the daily, but there's also the possibility of a bullish engulfing on the daily, right? So you got interesting signs here. And probably what ends up being another freaking sideways range, which is cool, as long as altcoins move, you know? Let's see. Wayne said, I dicked ETH so hard I put its eye out. Nice, dude.
Rant alert.
You gotta get me shadow banned, Wayne. Don't be putting that shit in the chat.
After taking out 2.5x my initial LMFAO feels good, man.
Let's see. Oh, Pepe? Oh, man. Pepe's that meme coin that when frickin' did like a 250x or some shit like that, isn't it? You did a 33x after taking out my 2.5 initial. Nice, bro. That's awesome, bro. That's the way crypto is sometimes. You can get super lucky on some random coin that you buy. That's the way it is sometimes. You're playing the lottery with those meme coins, man. But I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't own any meme coins. I own a few of them because I want to be in that lottery game when the market starts going like ridiculously euphoric. Which we're not in that point at the moment. I don't think we're really even close for that point at the moment. But when it does, I want to be positioned with, and it's money that I'm okay with losing, right? It's not anything substantial. If they go to zero. But, you know, being in a few memes, hey, why not? Why not? Who's in a few meme coins? Let me know. I think we're all in a few memes. Right? I think we're all in a few memes besides Wade. You know, I'm Team Floki. So you guys do what you ever want to do. I think Floki, right, is going to do some things. I don't know. I feel like Floki is going to be the next shit, right? That's just my take. Not you guys. Don't buy Don't buy Floki. You'll probably lose your money. All right, so 30,356. What do we got going here? So yeah, so Bitcoin is still holding that level, guys. It's still holding that level at that Monday open. That's a very key level we want to hold here because that also, like I said, initializes us for getting that bullish engulfing here. Let's go check out ETH. ETH not having the same kind of great day. ETH kind of lagging a little bit today, which is cool. I mean, ETH can lag. I mean, it's had a fantastic run from all the way back down here. Dogelon, nice, dude. It had a fantastic run from really, it's pretty much been straight up since 1300, right? I mean, it's pretty much been straight up, 55%. So if it lags a little bit, great. I mean, it really pumped right here without Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. But if we zoom in a little bit on Ethereum, let's see. We're at 2096. So it is trying to come back up a little bit here. But just another range, right? This is just another range you can play for Ethereum. Just super simple, right? Let's not make this too difficult, right? Sometimes I think TA, we make it way too difficult. And when in reality, it should be super simple, right? I mean, if you just look at this range for Ethereum, this has been so easy to just pick trades from. Just long the lows, right? And short the highs. That's really what it's been. I mean, you could have got 6 really good trades here. Just playing the deviation highs and the deviation lows here. Just super simple, man. Let's not make this too difficult. You know, now, once again, we're coming back to the upside here. It's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin drops below here, ETH is going to come back down. But if we look at some of the price action, let's go to like the 4 hour here. We did get a nice, actually, we got kind of a nice structure here on the 4 hour. I like the structure, right? We got the sort of first hit, the second hit on the 30 EMA on the 4 hour time frame. Typically, that does lead to some upwards price action. And if you zoom in a little bit, depending on where we close this 4 hour, which we got 32 minutes until the 4 hour close, guys. Keep that in mind. I'm going to get to the super chats in a second, guys. Don't worry. I see those. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on in. And don't forget to hit the like button while you're here, guys. I don't like shilling the like button. You know that. I don't like shilling anything, really. At least verbally. But smack on that like button for your boy. All right? Shit. I think we can at least get I think we should get the 500, man. I mean, listen. Market's bullish. We should all be in a good mood. No one should be in a bad mood. Everyone who's been here in the bear market should be in a good mood. You know what I mean? Like, the market's bullish. It is what it is. I think we should be in a great mood. I think we should be rip roaring, bro. Because I still don't think we all don't understand how great it is that we are here now. And we're not here next year or the year after that. It is a blessing to be here now, okay? So take it in. Have some positivity and be in here now and not at the freaking all-time highs, all right? Let's freaking get it, man. All right, so ETH, you're kind of flirting with a bullish engulfing on the 4 hour too, man, right? So, obviously time will tell on this. We still got 30 minutes to the close, but you get the little double low here at the 30 EMA with the bullish engulfing on the 4 hour. That's not too shabby. Daily doesn't look great, right? The daily's kind of like just like a little indecision candle here. Nothing crazy. But you're just range bound, right? You're not really doing much after a massive move to the upside, right? So just keep that in mind for Ethereum too. Is sideways, 4 hour, just bounced doubled off the lows. So, a test of the highs still wouldn't surprise me on ETH here, depending on what Bitcoin does, right? But I like the ETH short-term chart not as much as the daily chart on Bitcoin, but I like the daily chart better on Bitcoin. It's a little bit mixed up there, I guess. I can't wait to buy higher. Let's go, man. Let's buy higher. Let's buy higher, man. Man, it's gonna be interesting. The funny thing about the market right now is, does anyone else notice this in the chats? And does anyone else notice this for in general, right? You guys notice that there's just like, I look at the chat, right? And I see people that I've been seeing for forever. I don't really see too many new peeps coming in. It's a weird little phenomenon, which I take as bullish because you want to get prices as high as possible without new people coming into the market. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is, right? It's a weird little phenomenon right now that I'm kind of noticing right now. It's quite interesting. Horse guy, FOMO and come in. Nice, dude. All right. The calm before the storm. Yeah. Let's see what happens here, guys. Interesting point in the markets. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. In these super chats. So you guys are going freaking nuts in here. Wes again, appreciate Wes for stopping by. Appreciate you, Wes. He said, please no TA on Cody today because Osama spams. All right, no Cody TA. No Cody TA. Cody pumped, and it actually came down a little bit today. It is what it is. Nathan Sherwood, what's going on, bro? He said, I know this channel isn't political, but the Dems have all lost it. They all asked Gensler about was climate change and diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yes, dude. Some of those people were asking Gensler horrible questions that no one cared about. But yes, we're not going to go too deep into it. But we will watch Gensler get fried. Who wants to watch Gensler get fried and shake like a little coward? Who wants to watch Gensler get fried? I want to watch Gensler get fried again. Let me know. We're going to watch it right in a little bit, actually. Let me see. Did I hear you're right, Jordan? You want pizza. I always want pizza, man. Who doesn't always want pizza? Pizza is one of the greatest things on the earth. It's one of the greatest things on the earth, bro. We're going to get altcoins in a little bit, guys. There are some alts that are doing pretty well. So give me like 2 seconds here. Alpi said 420K by 2025. Alpy, don't jinx it, man. You jinxed us with the 69K. Like, you gotta chill. Don't be jinxing us, bro. Like, Alpy, you know, to be honest, you were more right than most people were at 15K calling for 69K, right? Let's be honest. Most people were calling for 10K at that point, you know. But, you know.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
But, you know, we can't be jinxing it, bro. You know, I don't think we get to 400K. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's a little bit ridiculously high, but no, I'd gladly be wrong though. Ryan, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming a member, dude. And then we had Randy coming in with the super sticker. Shout out to Randy H. Randy, I never met a bad Randy. Any Randy that I've ever known has been like the nicest person in the world. So I'm sure Randy H, you're a stud. I'm sure you a stud, man. You know, you got to be a stud with the name Randy, you know? Blair Cypher said, can we sponsor one of your streams? I have no idea what you do, bro. Like, you know, like, okay, if you want to sponsor it and you want to, if you're a pizza brand, sure. But if you're trying to come on here and sponsor and you are freaking, I don't know, you're an OnlyFans model? No. It depends, man. You know, can I sponsor your channel? If you're an underwear brand, you know, as long as it's some, you know, it's some good underwear, sure, why not?
Smiley face.
The roast of Gary Gangster. Hell yeah. The roast of Gary Gangster. Bitcoin's still holding here. You know, very interesting price action here as Bitcoin still holds. You're seeing Ethereum catch a little bit of a bid here on the 4 hour. The 4 hour looks pretty juicy, man. I do think this 4 hour chart on Ethereum looks very, very good for at least a test of the highs. But obviously, ETH is sort of tied to the corn, so keep that in mind. But that 4 hour, this 4 hour on ETH looks pretty juicy. Even if you're a bear, I don't know if you can say a double bottom off the lows, off the 30 EMA with a bullish engulfing on the 4 hour looks bearish. I mean, I think you're just kind of fooling yourself at that point, but it is what it is. Like, you know, I can't always, you know, can't always reason, you know. Pepe, we ain't looking at Pepe, Bo. Pepe is, that thing went freaking, I gotta do a pump song for Pepe. Just for Pepe. Who got some Pepe? Bro, if you got in Pepe, you changed your life today. You changed your life if you got in Pepe, guys. Holy shit. Pepe. Mike said, Jordan sponsored by McCarthy's Drywall. That would be great. Hey, listen, if you want to sponsor up here, you can put your little square up here for 1 cent if you want. You know, I don't know if it's going to do anything for you, but if you want your own little square, shit, 1 cent. Call it done. You know. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that's what we got. And then Bilal asked for Radix. Let me just look at Radix here. We'll look at some alts, and then we'll watch Gary Gensler get absolutely fried today. You know, because we want to see Gensler get fried. I mean, who doesn't want to see Gensler get fried? He shook like a little corn muffin. Holy shit!
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Is this the full chart on this Radix? Radix. Holy guaca frickin'. This can't be the whole chart. There's got to be a better one on here. Maybe CoinX. Okay. I guess we're gonna keep it like this. What was the one I was just looking at? MEXC. All right, we'll keep the MEXC chart. Holy guacamole! Let me see if you've done a 4236 extension here. Let me see. This one looks like it's done. It's done the full extension. Let me see. Let's see. 4236. Oh, you're getting there. You're almost there. You're literally so close to that 4236. That's coming at 16.4. Holy guacamole, man.
Strap
Shout out
up,
to you.
we're going to the moon.
Yeah, you got the 4236 coming at 16.2. Dude, I mean, this one's went absolutely ham. As always, on these ones, guys, on any coin that pumps freaking 5x for you in the span of a few days, you got to be taking some off the board because it's almost guaranteed that it's going to see a little bit of a pullback at some point, probably lower than you want it to, right? So on this one, nice. Let's freaking go. That's freaking awesome. But that shit went absolutely nuts. I hope it keeps going up nuts for you, man. But, you know, make sure you sort of, you know, if you're holding this for the bull market, fine. You don't have to sell all of it. But there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit off the board here, right? And what you can do is take some off the board, put it into something else that hasn't pumped yet, right? And so you're almost like recycling through of one that already pumped into one that hasn't pumped yet, and then keep some in, right, for a bull market hold. I've done that for many alts that have already gone off, right? OP took some off the board, but I still got my bull market hodl stack in there that's ready to rock and roll, right? There's a bunch of other ones. ARB took some off the board. It's up, I mean, it was up like 70%, right? Still holding some for the bull market, right? There's nothing wrong with taking a little off, right? Because I think you're going to start seeing some of these ones like just going freaking nuts. You're seeing it more across the board. I think you're seeing these ones that are just going freaking berserk like this, you know? But it is what it is, bro. Let's see what we got cooking up in here. All right. What should we do first, guys? Should we look at alts or should we watch Gensler get fried? We're going to do both. Which one should we do first? Gensler fried. Gensler getting absolutely scrutinized and shaken like a little bitch, or altcoin charts first. Which one should we do? We're gonna do a little bit of both though. We're gonna do a little bit of both.
Hey, Hopel as well. Any thoughts on DY Pius? It's a local
DY Pius.
one added recently by Coinbase with supply of 20.
Yo, Mike, later, bro.
Keep it up.
He's heading out to watch the Leaf game and having a great night. Shout out to Mike. Enjoy it, man. After the stream, I'm going to be watching just this little bit of the Celtics highlights. But enjoy the game, man. There's nothing better than sports around this time, right? Hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs. To me, great time to be a sports fan is around this time. As you got some good stuff. You know, you want to see Gary get fried? All right, let's watch Gary get fried, and then we'll look at some altcoins. Bitcoin's still holding this level, guys. We just want to see it close above 30,321, and then we'll have a bullish engulfing on the daily. And ETH is boosted. Let's go, man. ETH is getting a little bit of boost into the close. That's what I want to see. Let's go, man.
We're going to 100K tomorrow.
Let's freaking get busy. All right, let's watch ETH. Let's watch Gensler get boosted here. Let me turn this up for you guys. It should be loud enough for you. Let me know if it's not loud enough for you. But let's watch Gensler get boosted. Ready? You guys ready for it? Here we go. Let's watch. Let me turn this up slightly for me as well because I need to hear Gensler get boosted. All right, we'll watch it real quick. Here we go. Ready?
To either a yes or a no, that will allow us to get through as many as possible, sir.
Holy shit.
From your perspective, is it more difficult now for the
got super
digital
red.
asset industry to access financial products and services in the United States than it was, say, 2 years ago?
Wait for it.
Sir, I'm not running one of those businesses. If they came into compliance, I think that would
Reclaiming
be
my time. The answer, sir, is yes. Do you think you and the SEC have had a role to play in that?
I think we have a role to protect the American investor and the capital markets. And the,
Reclaiming my time, sir. You have played an obvious role in that. During your tenure at the SEC, how many rules has the SEC finalized that actually accommodate the existing regulatory framework and are specifically to the digital asset industry so the crypto market can come into compliance?
It's our rule books that are on the books for years, so we have not finalized any new rule specifically with regard to crypto. We've proposed some things in best execution. We've also...
Sir, reclaiming my time, the answer is zero. And how many enforcement actions has the SEC levied against digital asset companies during your tenure, sir?
I think it's probably 40 or 50.
The answer, sir, is about 55. My understanding is that the biggest crypto failure in history is probably FTX at $9 billion. Were you the chairman of the SEC when FTX collapsed?
Yes.
And how many times did you meet with FTX prior to their collapse?
think my public record shows 2.
You met it with FTX at least twice. And arguably, the second biggest crypto failure in history was Terra Luna. Who was the chairman of the SEC when Terra Luna collapsed, sir?
We had brought...
You were, sir, reclaiming my time. You were. There are 5 members on the commission. Do you believe your speeches and interviews are to serve as the official position of the SEC?
I can only speak for myself when I'm speaking.
Again, sir, in a statement on the SEC website, you are quoted saying the Kraken staking as a service enforcement action should make clear to the marketplace that staking as a service providers must register. But again, you haven't provided any rules for how that can be done. I must remind you, your public statements are not regulations. It's not responsible to expect the American people to assume your statements are a substitute for rules. Do you agree with this statement regarding the digital asset industry? The SEC needs additional congressional authorities to prevent transactions, products, and platforms from falling between the regulatory cracks.
I think that it's a largely non-compliant field. And
Sir, again, I asked you to comply with my questions, and I'm asking you if you agree with that quote. And I'm going to tell you, I'm quoting you from an August 3rd, 2021 article where you, and I believe you told Congressman Hill earlier that you need congressional authority to regulate stablecoins. And stablecoins happen to be a significant percentage of the crypto market. So the question is, when were you telling the truth? To Mr. Hill or to me? You've got to start answering these questions in a more transparent manner, sir. Does it concern you, by the way, that your approach to the digital asset industry is actually driving this industry out of the United States?
Trying to drive it to compliance, and if they're not complying with the laws, then they shouldn't be offering their products.
Reclaiming my time. Madam Chair, I would like to enter into the record this Wall Street Journal article from April 14th, 2023, detailing China's ploy to open its banking system to crypto firms in an effort to seize an opportunity created by our hostile regulatory environment, which, Mr. Chair, you're a big part of.
Without objection.
Chair Gensler, FTX was domiciled abroad and so is Binance, yet American consumers still had access to both. You can't really think that pushing this industry abroad is going to protect American consumers when it hasn't several times in the past on your watch. You say the crypto market is rife with non-compliance. However, existing SEC rules make no sense for blockchain-based companies, and following them would actually kill these businesses. Your regulatory style lacks flexibility and nuance, and as a result, you've been an incompetent cop on the beat, doing nothing to protect everyday Americans and pushing American firms into the hands of the CCP. Your intention to work against SEC mission and put American investors in harm's way has been made very apparent, sir. It's been a year and a half since you've appeared before this committee. You need to answer to Congress about the issues that you've had with the SEC staff union, the work environment you've cultivated at the SEC that's led to hemorrhaging of senior staff, the intellectual inconsistency of your regulatory treatment towards Bitcoin spot ETFs, and your politicization of capital formation opportunities through your treatment of certain SPACs. And that's just to name a few. Thank you. I yield.
Gentleman from New Jersey.
All right. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough of that. He went in, man. He went absolutely in. He's calling all the Vikings out for that. He called all the Vikings out for that one. Holy guacamole. He's got to reclaim his time. Reclaim all the time. I would just listen to that guy go off on Gary. There was another guy who went off on Gary, and Gary was like freaking shaking. It wasn't on this one. It was the guy who said he's making a bill to get Gary fired. That guy. The Vikings came in hot on that one, bro. Vikings, we must unite to take down Gary Gensler. He is a lizard. He is a horrible, horrible leader. Okay? We will take him down. He will not ruin the crypto industry anymore. He is donezo. We will fire him live. Yeah, someone said, imagine if they fired him live. Holy shit. That would be absolutely insane. Bitcoin's still holding the Monday high, guys. So that is a good sign. Getting some few wicks down here. We're holding that. We got 12 minutes into the close. It's going to be a fight here by the Bulls and Bears to see if we can close back above there. If we do, I would say the daily is looking freaking phenomenal on Bitcoin. And then if we go over to Ethereum, Ethereum is looking phenomenal here on the 4-hour time frame with a nice little bullish engulfing. Daily is coming up a little bit, still an indecision candle on ETH on the daily. So nothing crazy, but I'll tell you this: I reclaimed my time. I reclaimed my time, boys. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, man. I reclaimed my time. We all reclaimed our time. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Guys, we are bearish. Panic.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
You guys remember yesterday? This dump, and like the chat was going nuts. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
You know? That was a good time. That was a nice little dump. But yeah, so let's look at some alts. So there was a few alts that went off today. Not necessarily ones that are freaking like going to the absolute moon like this one. But you did see some good gainers. If you go, let's actually go over to... I actually wanted to show you guys the crypto fear and greed index from last night because we didn't look at it. And it's so funny. This market is funny, man, because look at this. We know 2 days ago, the greed was at 69. Like, it was getting pretty high. Shout out to 69. But then, last night, the greed came in at 58. You're telling me that one red candle in the daily made people fart that much and shit their pants that much, that greed, that we dropped to a 58 on the fear and greed? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? That little daily dump yesterday made us drop to a 58 on the greed. That is absolutely insane. So we kind of reset the fear and greed. We made a lot of people shit their pants yesterday, apparently. Sentiment dropped off a cliff. And yeah, so we'll see where that ends up back today. Something tells me it's probably going to be back in the 60s. But still not at that point where it's like, oh my God, people are flipping out euphoria back up into the 80s and 90s, where typically we see highs of significant runs like this, right? So just keep that in mind. But 58 on the greed, you know, it's pretty nuts. Let's see. I feel like it's 2 days delayed. Noticed that this a while ago. You think so? It's actually 1 day delayed. So it updates every day at the daily open. So this will update in 10 minutes, and we'll see where the fear and greed's at. But no, we had some crazy gainers on altcoins today, guys. If we go over to CoinMarketCap, just to look at a few of them here. Let's see if this loads. Okay, this doesn't want to load for me. Okay, it's okay. We'll just read them off here. Let's see. We got. Why is this being a little laggy today, guys? Let me just get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Come on, man. We're a little laggy here. We're clumped up. We're clumped up on the fear and greed. We're very clumped up, Mike. You know, we want to stay clumped. We don't want to see a big shoot up. We want to stay clumped. Very clumped. No, but we had a few gainers today. Blur up another 10% today. Blur is another one. New coin. You know, we were talking about the lows. The new coins are going to be the freaking big gainers. Blur, just classic setup, man, right? Down 1, 2, 3 higher lows. When you see that 1, 2, 3 higher low setup, you're going to see a move. And now we've reached the resistance, right? We reached this order block that we're looking at. That's a good take profit level on some Blur, right? But Blur, one that is doing very, very well. So this is one that I you know, as we sort of get into this white box, I will be taking some profits in here and then holding some for the inevitable bull market, which I do think is coming at some point in the future here. The true bull market. This is a pansy run so far. This is absolutely pansy. This is a run for ants. But you know, good little start there on Blur. We had ICP up another 10% today. ICP continues to go nuts. ICP is just absolutely crushing it, man. From those lows down here, where once again it was the basically retest of the June low. 1, 2, 3, boom! Off to the races, boy.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
On ICP. Right? I don't see UP. Don't be saying. You guys remember that joke when we were kids? People were like, I see UP, Jordan. And I was like, bro, you don't see me P. You don't. I was always confused when I was a kid when they were starting to say that joke. they were starting to say that joke, and they were like, bro, you see me pee? And I was like, my pants are on. You can't see me pee. I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke. I took it way too literally as a kid. I tend to do that a lot. I'm when someone tells me a joke, I am horrible at getting the joke because I think way too logically, right, about the joke. And I don't just let the joke go in my ear, you know? But you don't see me pee? I cup. Yeah. They say spell I cup. ICUP. Think about it, guys. If you don't get the joke, you're dumber than me. You know, you are stupid if you don't get the I cup joke. Let's see. Spell I cup. What else we got? Gala up a good amount today. It pulled back a little bit. Gala had some bullish news yesterday, but it pulled back a little bit. So you're not really seeing a significant move here. It was bigger earlier, right? But you did break this daily resistance. You're above here, but you are, like I said, you are creating a little bit of a wick on the top side as you test some previous resistance points, right? So obviously keep that in mind. Hitting a little resistance on Gala, but man, I mean, this is the time where, okay, a couple weeks ago it was accumulation time. Now this is the time where you sort of just sit back and you let this shit like just freaking do its thing, right? And I'm only talking about these because, right? You guys remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about. We were going over so many weekly charts on altcoins, and they all were looking really good and fresh for moves to the upside. And now you're starting to see them all play out, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, excuse me. I don't go over these to be like, look, guys, this is pumping, FOMO in. I look at it to be like, look, guys, we talked about this when it was low, right? For the people that accumulated. Let's look for TP levels, and now let's I mean, to be honest, like for the bull market, still, you know, I still think these are at like fantastic prices for a bull market, right? Everyone forgets what crypto can do, right? So it's all about risk reward, right? Like, take Gala for example. Could Gala drop another 50% down? Yes. But people forget that in bull markets these things can go up 10, 20x, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a risk reward at that point, right? Scared money don't make no money, in my opinion, especially the year before halving. Scared money don't make no money. Okay, scared money will be the one that's buying at all-time highs. It just is what it is, you know? Scared money is the one that buys when there's only green candles. And you're like, oh my God, it's green. I gotta get in this. That's scared money, you know? We don't do that. We don't do that up in here. Link. Finally, dude, I need to see Link get out of this freaking range, man. It's going to make me go insane as someone that holds a good amount of Link. It's been accumulating in here for a whole year. It's been nice, right? It's nice in a way because while the rest of the market was doing kind of trash, Link was just kind of holding. It was nice. But I need to see Link get out of this freaking range. I got to see it now. But can we get a little pump song for Link as it breaks the previous high? Let's get it, bro. But we need to see us break these highs. Right? We need to see us break these highs, man. Come on. Let's see. The mirror don't lie, Miles. You're so right. Let's get a little pump song for Link. Come on, man. It's Link the Slink. Yes, Brian. Link the Slink. But I think it's past the time we call Link the Slink, you know? The thing about Link, you only want Link to pump when the market's bullish. So everything's pumping right now. So Link is allowed to pump. When the whole market's doing nothing, you want Link to be doing nothing. You want Link to be dumping. You want to take Link and stuff that face in some dirt. You know, you want to be the bully to Link when the market's bearish. But yeah, Link getting a nice move up. I think at this point, just looking at what it's done in the past, Link looks pretty solid to come back up to at least 950 again, right? Every time it's got above this point, it has come up to this 950 level. I just wanted to get out of this freaking range, bro. Like, please, Link Marines, if you're out there, put on your sailor outfits, become a Marine again, okay? And do your freaking thing. Pump the damn thing. Damn, man. All right, see Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trying to make a move back up before the open here. It is going to make this daily bullish engulfing candle. That is a bullish freaking close. If I've ever seen one myself. We got 2 minutes until the daily open, guys. which is really, really nice. Ethereum also going to close with a bullish engulfing on the 4-hour time frame. So let's see what we got. 18 on Link, it's coming. I'm hoping, Anderson. I'm going to take it level by level, but, you know, the next level after that would be, I mean, yeah, you would look for like 1150, right? But let's focus on 950 first. But, you know, I think these have been consolidating long enough to be like, all right, I think it's time for these important resistances to break, you know? Come on, bro. Sailor outfits? All right, marine outfits. Sorry, Lazarus. I guess we'll call it marine outfits. What? I mean, sailor. I mean, Link Marines. Back in the days, a marine was sort of a sailor, right? Now, obviously, they're not really sailors. They're kind. I mean, they're still sailors. They're still in the ocean, right? But you know, you take it for what you will. I don't even know where this is going. Is this it, Mr. Giordino? Mr. Giordino, this is it. You know what it is. Do you think Marines? It always reminds me. Marines always reminds me of that video game back in the day. You guys ever play U.S. Navy SEALs? I don't know why. I don't know why it's make me think of that. U.S. Navy SEALs back in the day. Oh my God. No, it wasn't U.S. Navy. Was it U.S. Navy SEALs? Or I think it was just Navy SEALs. That was like one of the first person shooters that came. No, it was a third-person shooter. That game was dope. I remember that back in the day. It always makes remind me of that. I don't know why. I don't know why. Lazarus said, I'm a real Marine. Shout out to Lazarus, man. Lazarus is a real
Strap
Marine.
up.
Shout out
We're
to
going
Lazarus.
to the moon.
I'll go bearish with Gensler, so I would buy. Yeah, I mean, they do say, you know, buy when there's blood in the streets. And there's definitely some blood in the streets going on there for your boy Alco. That is definitely true. No, SOCOM. Yeah, SOCOM back in the day. That game was freaking dope back in the day. Oh, man. I played that for freaking weeks. I think I had weeks of playtime on that bad boy. I used to be a nerd, guys, if you don't know. I still am a nerd. Why am I saying I used to be a nerd? I'm still a huge nerd. Yeah, dude, I played SOCOM for weeks. My games back in the day were SOCOM, pretty much all the early Call of Duties. I was a freaking nerd. I had weeks of playtime on those. Not weeks. I think probably had days of playtime on those. Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I played those for freaking forever. Now Call of Duty's trash. Only the OGs will know. Halo 3, Halo 2, SOCOM, freaking, dude. There was so many good shit. Battlefield 3. Oh, we can go all the way back in time, you know, if we want to get crazy in here. Let's see, Tomb Raider and GoldenEye. Oh, Tomb Raider was pretty dope back in the day too. Tomb Raider was pretty good, man. It really was. All right, so we got the daily close. We confirmed the bullish engulfing on the daily for Bitcoin.
Strap up.
I
We're
think that's
going
pretty
to
nice.
the moon.
I think that's pretty nice. Warzone 2 sucks. Yeah, Warzone 2 is trash. Modern Warfare 2 was the best video game ever made. Multi, it was not the best, but it was the most fun. I will always go down in saying that. Modern Warfare 2 was the most fun Call of Duty game. Not the best. The best was Black Ops 2. Most fun Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 2. The best made Call of Duty game, Black Ops 2. Easy. Seal it. Done. After Black Ops 2, Call of Duty was trash. After that game. Definitely trash. Let's go. Mob, hold the meatloaf. I'm getting a high score. Hold the damn meatloaf, man. Those were the days back in the day, though. I always reminisce about those days sometimes. You know, just playing Call of Duty with the boys. You know, playing Search and Destroy. Oh, man. Let's see. What about Counter-Strike? See, I was a console gamer, so I didn't really get into Counter-Strike. I did play it a little bit later on, but I was already past my gaming prime at that point when I played it. You know? Let's see. No one wanted to play with me? Shit. All right. Let's see. Dude, nothing really is going on the daily open, guys. But we did, like I said, we did confirm that daily bullish engulfing And we did get a 4-hour bullish engulfing on Ethereum, coming down a little bit on the start of the open. So let's see if we can continue to hold this Monday high. Coming in here, my fellas. Let me see if anyone else said anything in here. Issa said, any thoughts on Dipius? It's a low cap layer 1 added recently by Coinbase with a supply of 24 million. Dipius? Why do I sound like why does Dipius sound like I'm saying something I'm not supposed to be saying? It just sounds like a swear word. Right? It just sounds like a word that is not a nice word. I don't know. Does it Dipius? Maybe it just sounds like, because it kind of sounds like a dip shit. You know? Dipius. What is this? What the hell is this? Dipius. Let's see. Dipius. I'm looking at the weekly time frame here. It just sounds like you're saying dipshit. I want to see this clear, the 50-week moving averages here. See how it's just kind of rejection. Now you're getting another weekly rejection on this. You're kind of at that interesting point where, if you look at this, you can kind of see what I'm saying, right? Let's just take this. You see this? You had a nice structure, right? You had the higher low structure on the weekly, but look what you did. You came up, you got rejected. Now, so what was support now turned into resistance on this. So you see that? You wicked above the 50 as well. Couldn't close. Or not. So far, you can't close above it. There's still a long week, right? But what you need to see on this is a reclaim of this now, right? After breaking below it. Like I said, very simple stuff, but you're just flipping support into resistance now. You get back above this, all right, it's all good. You know, it's all good in the hood, but respect this as resistance. And you also kind of have, at least on this one, I actually don't notice this on a lot of charts. It's interesting that you're seeing this on this one. A lot of charts actually look really good. This one kind of you got a little bit of head and shoulders too, right? So left, head, right shoulder on the retest. This is my favorite chart right here. You know? So keep that in mind. But, you know, there's a chance it just rips through this, right? But you got to look at the chart for what it is, right? Chart is looking at rejection, retest of this. If you drop below this, you know, probably going a little bit lower here, you know, 13.8 cents or something like that. But hopefully Bitcoin saves it. Like sometimes with altcoins, if Bitcoin wants to continue up, it can save these altcoins in a way. So, you know, I wouldn't get too upset over dipshit. I'm going to call it dipshit. We're going to call it dipshit. Why not? You know, I wouldn't get too upset over it. I'm stuck on Rocket League. We're all talking about video games today. Listen, I've been watching, you know, the thing about me is, you know, I wanted to play the open world Harry Potter game. I'm watching a few videos on it, right, to see if I actually want to get it and play it myself. It's freaking good. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and that game looks absolutely insane. How they made that whole freaking world, bro. You know, it makes me want to. If you're a Harry Potter fan, that game looks absolutely insane. I want to get that so bad, but you know, we'll see. Because the thing about that game is so time consuming. But Ethereum kind of wicked down. Looks like it just took half this candle. Let's see if it can continue up here on Ethereum. Bitcoin also, I don't know, man. If Bitcoin's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's above the Monday open, but it's below the range high. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You got room on the RSI to come up, right? And to me, actually, Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin, at least because it's not really at resistance, you know? I don't know, man. If Bitcoin gets a daily bullish engulfing, I have to be bullish on this, right? It's hard to be bearish when you engulf on the daily like this, you know? Especially with a huge sentiment shift of, oh, everyone's bearish. we come back up, and now everyone's in denial, right? Oh my God, right? So, we'll see what happens. I think a lot of people sold on this candle right here. A lot of people sold out on that candle, thinking, oh my God, 30K resistance, it's coming back down. And this candle really put them in shock. This candle, I think, really put them back in shock. Because it was one of those things. It's like, okay, you got daily bearish divergence. It's playing out now. Oh, no, we're going to engulf on the daily. So I think a lot of people got really frightened with this one right here. And unfortunately now are going to have to decide what their next step is, And that's why, for me, sitting on my hands for the most part is the best strategy, because sometimes you try to trade this market, right? I mean, it breaks a key support, you sell out because you think it's going lower, and then it doesn't, right? Now you're trapped thinking, oh shit, do I buy back in higher? What if it doesn't go back down there? I don't want to be thinking like that, So, interesting little point right there. Let's see. Sebastian said, "May I ask for your monthly Jasmine TA?" Monthly Jasmine TA. Mike said, "Do you have a lot of time in your hands? It's not like you do stream prep. It's nothing really to do stream prep on, I think people do too much stream prep, right? I think people do way too in-depth TA when it comes to stuff. Like, they're looking at 8 million indicators. You don't need to do that. Listen, like, for example, right? I haven't really had to look at anything. If I want to know if I'm bullish or bearish, all I do is I look at the monthly. I go, okay, Bitcoin looks bullish on the monthly. I'm bullish. It's like, I think, we're looking at market cipher, RSI, stock RSI. They get all this shit on the chart, man. We make it all like freaking shit on the chart. All we have to do is draw a range. Bitcoin's at the top of the range. Okay, might be a good time to short. Bitcoin's at the bottom of the range. Might be a good time to long if we're trading, right? I think we put too much shit. I think most people put too much shit on charts, but that's just me. Anyways, though, what are we prepping? Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, just scream cup in handy. Cup in handy! All right, let's do Jasmine. The monthly Jasmine TA. What do we got? Well, this one ended up playing out pretty nicely, actually. This was a beautiful chart. You guys remember back here? This was beautiful. I think we talked about it when it came back to these golden pockets, right? Look at this. From lows to highs, you retrace to the golden pocket. Then what did you do? At the golden pocket, right? So you got the first bounce off the golden pocket. Then you got a lower low on the daily price action, right? But what were you doing on the RSI, right? So, one of the common things I notice typically when I look at other people's charts or I'm scrolling through Twitter, or just for example, I notice a lot of people freaking out when prices break down, and I noticed it yesterday for Bitcoin, and it ended up playing out perfectly, right? I notice this all the time, where you got a support level, price breaks that support, and everyone goes, oh my God, it broke down. It has to go to the next support now. Not looking at saying, okay, is there bullish divergence? Not thinking that like half the time you see breakdowns or breakouts, it comes right back the other way, So what happens? You break that low, you get bullish divergence, you bounce right back up to the upside. You break it, and I mean that was a perfect chart, man. Now at this point, right? We want to look at this the other way now. You don't really have any bearish divergence on the daily. We look like this. You had bearish div on the 4 hour, but it already played out. Like you had higher highs and you had lower highs on the 4 hour. But look, you already got the pullback. Back to the 30 EMA, which has been the whole trend the whole time, So now you're kind of like, in kind of no man's land here, right? Where okay, I guess they could turn it to some type of cup in handy, all right? I don't know, but it's in this interesting point now where, it looks like it's starting to round out again, But you're going to need Bitcoin. You need Bitcoin to do this for Jasmine to sort of get that next little leg up, right? So let's see. Let's see what happens here, man. At this point, it's not the best read at this point. At this point, you're kind of in no man's land, right? You're not really at support, but you're also not really at resistance, you know? So, but at this point, the daily looks fantastic. Weekly looks fantastic. Just keep, it's another one where you just kind of sit on your hands. Just sit on your damn hands, bro. That's it. I got a handy this morning. Nice herbal tea. Herbal tea got a nice handy this morning. That was awesome, dude. Let's see. Everyone in crypto at least knows the cup and handy. That's true. You can't ignore the cup and handy. The cup and handy comes in very handy. No pun intended. You know. Let's see. What's Frank Fract? It's Frank Fractal saying in here. Let's see. It's your world, said, in your opinion, how much money do you need to trade on spot to make decent gains? It all depends on what your opinion of decent gains is. You know, I will always say, don't think big. Start small. If you think big, you're gonna lose. You know. So my best thing is, okay, you're spot trading. Start with a amount that you're okay if it went to zero. Okay, I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. When you first start trading, your account's probably gonna go to zero. It's gonna happen for you to learn. You know what I mean? Like it happens to pretty much everyone unless you're somehow a genius. You know, start with an amount that you're okay with it going to zero. Okay, and that's what I'll basically say. Don't go into it saying, how much money do I have to trade with to make decent gains? Because most likely when you first start out, you're probably gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being a realist. No one will tell you that, but it's true. And you gotta lose to learn to win. You know, start like if that amount is $100. Like if you don't care you're losing about $100, start with $100. You know, I would even say, you know, start with a very low amount. You know, enough where like you're happy with the wins, but also less where you're not going to be kicking yourself if you lose everything. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Bath said 99% of leverage accounts get completely liquidated. Thank you. I'm just spitting facts. When you start trading, you're most likely going to lose everything. That's just especially if you're using leverage, right? Because let's be honest, you know, when you first start out, you don't want to use stop losses. You think you're a pro, and then you learn real quick, you know, and you're like, you get on a little win streak. You're like, all right, I'm gonna 50x this altcoin with no stop loss. I'm on like a 5 win streak. I'm never gonna lose. You guys know how it is. I think we've all been there before. I'm never gonna lose. Price starts going against you. You're like, it's gonna bounce back. I'm a freaking pro. I'm not closing this. You just slowly start to see your account. You slowly start to see your account go to zero, right? It's down like 50%. You're like, I can't close this now. It's too late. Right? It's going down even more. It's down 75%. At that point, you just close the account and you say, at this point, if I lose everything, fuck it. Oh, man. I think everyone's been there before. Don't do that. Always use a stop loss. Always have a point where you'll cut the trade if it goes against you. Oh, Lord. Wow, I just counted. I own 44 coins. Nice, bro. Let's see. Nasty feeling? Yes. Lieutenant Dan Dangle said all in. Always use stop losses. Use low leverage when you start. If you're going to use leverage, you probably don't even want to use anything higher than like 3, you know? And you do whatever you want to do from there, right? Go short. Go short and you never lose money. That is true as well. It seems so easy until you have skin in the game. Yeah, because trading seems easy until you have money in the game. That's so true, because when you have money in the game, you use your emotions, right? and you let your emotions get to you. That's the thing, right? So everyone's always like, you should practice trading with no money. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can't practice trading with no money because you're not going to have the same emotions, you know? Because most of trading is emotions, man, you know? Anyways, 30,415 on the corn. Let's see what we got. Move stops into profit, but leave a little wiggle room. Yeah, it's another good point, Anderson. If you're in, yeah, it's another good point. But, all right, let's see what Bitcoin can do here, man. Bitcoin, 21,003 on Ethereum. And what's the dollar doing? So the dollar went down today. So the dollar got rejected from this resistance, guys. We talked about, I forgot we didn't even talk about this yet today. Another rejection on this resistance for the dollar. This is really what we need to watch for, right? As long as the dollar continues down, Bitcoin's still going to perform well, right? And, you know, I know that's hard to grasp when it's like Bitcoin's at resistance, like, oh my God. If the dollar, I continue to say this though, if the dollar breaks this, right, and comes up, which it looked like it was going to do today, and then it got rejected. It's probably going to come up to these retracement levels, and that's where you see Bitcoin most likely have, most likely have another run to the lows here, right? Is if the dollar breaks this to the upside. Tomorrow you have some important earnings on some things. You have Tesla earnings tomorrow, some other companies too. I forget, and I know Tesla's tomorrow after hours. So just make sure we're watching that. Is the market really cares about what Tesla does, right? Because, you know, it's a huge tech company. So we'll see what the dollar does, but it is below resistance. It's at a daily support. Now it's at a 4-hour resistance. So like, what comes first? Does this break, or does the dollar just puke to the downside? Right? It's tough to really gauge that right now. This is a tough one to read. You know, and I always admit when it's a tough one to read. I could see this going either way. To be perfectly honest, I could really see this go either way here. DXY is getting ready for a move. It's getting ready for something. It's definitely getting ready for something, bro. I will say that. Lena Keith, have a good one, bro. Gary Gordon, what's going on, man? Gary Gordon became a member. Shout out to Gary Gordon. Let's see. Tesla is the big boy. Clint will be ready. Clint's gonna hold us up with Tesla, with the Tesla earnings tomorrow, after hours. Let's see. I got mine. Let's see. Jordan's doing both ways. Brian Miller, you're funny, man. Brian, I would never do that to you, buddy. You know, I think Brian Miller. Brian, how are we feeling these days, Brian? Brian, are you bullish or bearish? I need to know how Brian's feeling. Brian, are you bullish or bearish, bro? How's everyone feeling in the chat? How are you guys feeling right now? Let me ask you guys this, right? I'm going to ask you guys short term today. Are you guys short term bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? And by short term, I mean, let's call it in the next 3 days. Are we bullish or bearish on Bitcoin for the next 3 days? You could say crabbish too if you want. In the next 3 days, guys, do you think Bitcoin will be higher or lower from this point 3 days from now? I guess that's the easiest way to put it. Excuse me. If you're bearish, that's cool. Everyone's opinion matters, I guess. I had a guess on there. It's not too late to break profits on Kaspa. Yeah. Brian said, hard to say, man. Short-term bullish and long-term bearish. True. I respect it, Brian. I respect the honest opinion, bro. You know, boardish. Yeah, I want some more price action too, man. We're spoiled with the price action lately, though. We are very, very spoiled. ETH's coming down here. Bitcoin, a little coming down. Long-term bullish. Own 11K between ETH, Matic, and ADA. Nice, man. Eddie, don't be putting how much of the chat you own on cryptos, man. Don't be telling anyone how much crypto you own. Right? Keep that to yourself. Just a little, life lesson there. Keep that to yourself. you know. Jimmy with the stimmy said 27.5 in 3 days. 27.5 in 3 days, Jimmy with the stimmy. 27.5. All right, all right. We'll see, we'll see. Bearish on the likes, said QM. Bearish on the likes. Let's get the like button up. No, it's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. These rallies are being sold into. Got to think it breaks eventually. Yeah. Four Flies and Carl are talking about over 150K. Just saying. You know, can I make a point about this? I want to make this point. Right? Guys, the Moon Boys are always going to be Moon Boys. Okay? And I will always say this. Don't use Carl and Four Flies and MM Crypto and George as the sentiment. They're always calling for those levels, right? So we can't use them as sentiment. And we always got to remember this, guys. I think 2022 made everyone forget. I will keep saying this. 2022 made everyone forget that crypto's the best performing asset of all time, right? So to be longer term bearish on crypto is betting against the trend. You know what I mean? So everyone's stuck in, my opinion, I think everyone's stuck in the mindset of 2022. Everyone's stuck in every rally gets sold off, we're just down only, so an upside is impossible, where, guys, in the history of Bitcoin, right, you go back to the beginning of time, it's been the same point. It's been about a year of down, right? This was actually half a year, 2 years up, right? 1 year down, 3 years up, right? 1 year down, 3 years up, right? Typically, crypto goes down for 1 year, then up for 3. I don't make the rules. I'm just spitting facts. I'm not making that up. It's just true, right? Everyone's stuck in 2022 mindset, right? We had our red year, which is 2022. Historically now, crypto goes not to the moon every freaking year, but typically we have 3 green years after that, right? So I think we forget that. And, why I think that is, once again, I think most people got into crypto up here. So now all anyone's seen is down. You know what I mean? So everyone's just used to crypto down, because listen, if you got in right here, you saw a down, a little bit of up, down. If you got in here, all you saw is down. You know what I mean? So you just get stuck on that mindset, man, where, it depends on where you start. If you start here, okay, you add up, right? A little bit of down, up. It all depends, on where you start. I think everyone's just kind of stuck in the super bearish mindset, man. It is what it is. This is the disbelief phase of the market cycle. Facts. I think that's what I've been saying for months now. This is the disbelief phase in the market cycle. Everyone's stuck in 2022. Everyone's programmed to think like it's still 2022 when it's not. That's what it is. Let's see. We're not used to trend reversals. That is true as well. When almost every YouTuber was preaching 100K, then it went down. Almost called it quits. That is true, man. Everyone learns their lesson, right? So now, as we continue up, right, we're gonna make smarter decisions, right? It all depends on what your goal is here, right? If your goal at crypto is at 2x, cool, right? But for me, I have my plan. I'm gonna stick to it, right? My plan was to accumulate. Once Bitcoin, you guys know that on the bear market, my plan was on the way down was to accumulate BTC when it hit the 200-week moving average, which was about 23K. And then, for months, we were talking about this is the accumulation range in here, right? Now we're out of the accumulation range. Now as Bitcoin comes back up, right, at each Fibonacci level, right? So 28K was the first Fibonacci level, took profits there, right? On each Fibonacci level on the way up, I think the next one's like 35K, taking profits there. 0.5, taking profits there. 0.618, taking profits there, right? and all the way up, right? 786, I think, is like 60K, something like that. But, sort of laddering out, right? Laddering out as we sort of continue out as we do that, right? So let's keep it that way. And I will make this case too. It's, for me, everyone's like to say, oh, everyone was calling for 100K at the highs. But the same people who everyone was calling a genius last year were all calling for 8K not too long ago. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone likes to shit on the boom boys, right? This is my favorite thing about crypto too. I'm kind of ranting in general because I hear this stuff all the time. Everyone wants to make fun of the 100K boom boys. What happened to all the smart gurus in this bear market that were calling for 8K? I'm not going to name names. You guys know all the people I'm talking about. Who everyone thought was a genius in this bear market, all calling for 8K, 10K, right? All saying, I'm not buying any spot Bitcoin until it comes back down here, right? The doom boys are the new moon boys, in my opinion, right? And that's been the case so far in 2023, But it is what it is. Why does Soloway always get a pass? Soloway is one of the guys I'm talking about. Soloway is one of the guys that I'm talking about, calling for 10K. To me, that's just as bad as calling for 100K in 2021. Let's see. What's your predictions for this year? My predictions for this year? I'm just following the 4-year cycle, man. I'm not calling for anything crazy. I'm looking at Bitcoin to get into the 40Ks and then probably pull back to the 20Ks. That's basically, that's what I've been looking for, Just like 2019, we come up to the golden pocket, we dump back down, Just like in over here, right? We come up to just before the golden pocket, we come back down, Something like that. Something like that. That's what I'm looking for. Not all-time highs, nothing like that. I think if that's going to come in 2024. Not this year. Not this year. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You never know in crypto, man. You never know in crypto. In 2020, if you were calling for all-time highs down here, you got called an idiot, right? At 6K, you were calling all-time highs, idiot. Literally, you were getting thrashed. Over here, you're calling for 15K on Bitcoin, you're getting called an idiot. Now down here, if you call for higher on Bitcoin, you're getting called an idiot, right? So, oh, Bitcoin all-time highs, you're an idiot. Bitcoin 50K, you're an idiot. Bitcoin all-time highs, you're an idiot. It's just a constant, it's a constant switch of sentiment over and over again. A prediction this year, I will get 24K I list last year. Nice, man. Yeah, we're not going to name names of the bears, man. But I had to listen the whole last year of, oh, this person's a genius, But I'd rather be in my position with the spot holdings that I have than, be calling for 10K and not hold anything at this point. Let's see. Aiden said Kronos. I got you on Crow. I got you on Crow, man. I got you on Crow. Kronos. What do we got cooking on Kronos? All right. Yeah, okay, it's all about risk reward. Look where Kronos is, It looks low, it looks bad, it looks like holy shit. This looks super, super bearish. You can make the argument it does, For me, I look at it and it's like, okay, you're at this 2020 major low. You're at this 2020 major, right? So right here again, you're right there, right? You came back down, you back tested again, right? So you can make the case that you're sort of in, right? This little low, high, low, right? And you're trying to carve out a W formation on the weekly. Now you've done this in the past for this one. Like right here, you tried to do it and you dumped again. But I think this was the FTX dump, right? Now you're right at the all-time high resistance. We've seen so many altcoins break out, but you haven't seen Crow break out, so we need to see it break out, man. So if we want to see this really get a move, we need to see this shit break out. But we're sitting right there. We're sitting literally right there. Another one where no one wants to buy it low, Everyone wants to buy it when it starts coming back up here, right? You know, but you know, you look at risk reward. Okay, you know, okay, it dumps below 5 cents. You know, you can cut it if you want, if you're gonna go lower. But you know, at some point you gotta have some balls. You know, so if you like Crow, I don't think this is a bad risk reward. You know, but that's my opinion. Who holds Crow? I honestly, I'm not a big fan of exchange tokens unless it's a decentralized exchange like DYDX or GMX. I'm not a big fan of the centralized exchange tokens, right? Even BNB, I'm not a big fan of holding that one because it's centralized. Crow is another good one. KCS, Qcoin. Any of the exchanges or platforms with their own token, you know, not really a huge fan of those, to be honest. You know what I mean? So that could be a reason why Crow's kind of struggling too, because of everyone trying to go the decentralized way. You know, gotta love Crow. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it quits here, and let's get it, man. Let's get it. Yeah, GMX better hold all day after a retrace. Facts. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Catch the members at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. Catch everyone else at 7 o'clock. The voice is starting to get better. I've been holding off on doing my friends, you know, over here on the Snap, just because I want to get this voice to be better because it's freaking annoying. And the more I yell and I do different accents and shit, the more I lose my voice. You guys heard it yesterday. My voice was cooked. So today I didn't want to do that today. So we should close to being back to normal here relatively soon. The nose is fine. The head is fine. You know, don't be making any jokes about saying the head is fine. But now it's just this freaking throat, right? But I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out. Catch you guys later. Have a fantastic night, guys. Later. And you guys gotta watch me awkwardly too. Might as well do a fart. Why not? Later, guys.